So we've got some Battletech Q&A. And for me, the biggest challenge in Battletech is that there's just not enough time to play Battletech. There's not enough time to play all of the units that I have in my collection, let alone my wish list, the units that I want to obtain. But this is a good challenge to have because it keeps the collection going. It keeps the game going. But every now and then, and I'm at this point now in Battletech, probably because there's some synergy. Warhammer 40,000 is another gaming system that I enjoy, and I have a number of established armies that I play. We're getting a new rule set for 40K. Games Workshop does this every couple of years. They reboot it, so this way you got to go out and buy all new stuff to keep playing the game from their marketing perspective. But it's a chance to reevaluate some of my long-standing armies and factions in 40K to say, okay, I know how they work. I mean, I could pilot these. My Samhan Eldar Warhost, think about Space Elves as a comparison. I know how to play that army. I've literally been playing it since 2007, 2008, maybe late 2006. But with every edition, the slight tweaks in the rules, are there subtle changes that are going to give me an advantage? That's kind of what I look like. So I think I'm feeling a little bit of that. And it has me looking into Battletech saying, I have my favorite machines. I have my favorite mechs that I always play. I have my favorite tanks that I always play. I've got some experimental tech that I bring in. You know, a fire starter. I love the fire starter. I don't play it every single time. It's a very unique mech. So I try and make a note and say, when's the last time I played a fire starter? You know, look at some gaming notes, look at the Battletech sheets, and maybe I want to bring it out in this game, even if it doesn't tactically work. I did that in the last Battletech game where it was a desert map. It was a desert map. And I brought a fire starter because I hadn't played it in a while. And it turned out it worked out okay because I had a way to flush out some infantry blocking units. Tactically, I probably would have been better off I brought a gen or two. So that's fair. But bringing in tools and tech and toys that you don't usually play. So I'm looking through, and I don't play hovercraft, hover vehicles enough. I have a number in my collection. I know they move very fast. Every time I play them, I'm like, wow, you know, I need to play these guys more. Just with the speed, the firepower. Yes, they're very vulnerable to motive hits, but when played correctly, the balance out is the fact that you can stay at the optimal range for you based on the weapon system and based on what you're facing. And you can really stack those modifiers just by moving. So it's like mental note, physical note, need more hover on the table. So I want to try and focus on the next, 5, 6, 7, 8 games playing those pieces, physically setting aside, a good amount of battle value, experimental. I can play with it and start pulling those in. The other aspect with the clans, I haven't visited the clans in a while. Usually I'd say about 90% of my games are inner sphere, but as things begin to roll out, as the new models begin to roll out from the Kickstarter at some point, clans are going to be hotness. Clans are going to be everywhere, and we're going to want to try that out, play that out. That has me analyzing and saying, okay, I want to add more to my collection representing Jade Falcon, but I need to start experimenting with battle armor. I mean, I've got the elementals. I'm pretty confident on using them, but there are other types of battle armor clan during the invasion and post-invasion as things move on. Inner sphere battle armor. That's a whole nother aspect of Battletech where you're not quite you're not a mech, but you're not a vehicle, and you're not infantry, and you're not support. You're kind of in the middle. And there's a lot of unique things and fun options with that, besides an excuse to buy more models and grow out your collection. But that's one area, looking at clans, that I have really not regularly explored enough. And tactically, I know I'm missing out on some fun things. So that's the Battletech Q&A Tactica checklist of where I want to go, what I want to focus on. And I want to ask in the comments, you guys exploring your own games. Again, putting aside your favorite mechs, all the toys and tech that you usually play, what areas do you have to get more on the tabletop, or what Tactica areas that just hasn't hit the table enough for whatever reason that you could be, or myself, the secret weapon of you with the comments, giving me a lot of great ideas. What areas do I need to look at, or I could be looking at for a tactical advantage on the tabletop or on the hex map?